Hi everyone, it's Krista here for the Tina Conte Foundation. Welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, I ask that you consider subscribing so you don't miss out on future videos just like this one. And if you found value, please hit the like button so that we can continue to crank out these videos for you. So in today's video, we're talking the Dollar General Literacy Foundation. This organization has grants that your nonprofit can apply for. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to dgliteracy.org, and I will link the website in the description box below. And as you see, we have the screen in front of us. So as we scroll down here, this is an interesting fact. It tells us that this organization has been around for 26 years. They've helped 11 million people, and they have spent $182 million. So as you can see, they have the money out there. And it's good when you go to an organization's page, you read about it to see if this particular grant is going to work with the needs of your organization. That way you don't waste your time applying for something that you're going to be declined for. So here we says, are you seeking funding? Learn about our grant programs and apply. So we're going to click on that because we want to know what type of grant programs they have. Okay, as you scroll down here, it tells us they have some grant programs. First one is adult literacy. So if your organization is into these things, adult basic education, GED or high school equivalency in English language, then you can possibly apply for this grant. Now it says that the grant applications will be available January 2021. Okay, so it's a good idea if you have particular grants that you're interested in to create a spreadsheet which you can put in the grants information, when you can apply, the deadline, so that you can keep up with that if you're applying for multiple grants. Okay, so this one says adult literacy. The next one says beyond words. And it says, together with the American Association of School Librarians, we support public school libraries recovering from major disasters. So it looks like that. It looks as if we can apply to this one if we were interested in that. So let's go ahead and click on apply now. It brings you to this screen, which is from the American Association of School Libraries. And it tells you to the left here, you have the eligibility, the guidelines. So it says here, prior to starting, please confirm qualifications. Again, as I mentioned earlier, are you? Then you need to read to make sure that you qualify for those things. And then you'll go down here and you'll start the process. Okay, so if your organization is in that. And the great thing is also too, to the left, it gives you the scoring rubric. This is important because this is how they're going to score your application to see, if they're going to possibly fund you. So please look at this information there. Okay, so now we're going to go back to, it says family literacy grants, nonprofit organizations who support family and literacy. And again, we have adult education instruction for children. If you have your organization supports children, impact parent and children time together, this would be a good grant for you to apply for. The next one says summer reading. Okay, so this local nonprofits and schools are eligible to apply if they're targeting children. Now it says here, click to download the 2020 summer reading grant recipients. So as you can see, they don't have the applications yet, but I suggest that when you're looking, it's a good idea to look at the recipients to see where they're funding. So they're all over Alabama, California. But if you see something that is similar to you, you can click on that organization or actually do just a Google search to find out more about it, because if they have programs similar to yours, then you can see what they're funding. Okay, so as you can see, they're funding all over, which is great. Okay, so for an example, I'm in Mississippi, so they funded a school in Jackson, New Albany, Biloxi, which is very close to where we are. So then what I would do is I would look up New Bethel Community Development, which I'm very familiar with New Bethel, if I had a summer reading program, and just get some ideas from there. Okay, so we're going to the youth literacy grant. Okay, so for those of us who are working with you, schools, public libraries, nonprofits, if you're working with the youth, this is what the grant funding can help you purchase books, purchase new technology, and etc. Now, this says the open solicitation period for the 2020 youth grant has closed. So they still haven't told you when they're going to open. Okay. Now, they did have FAQs. I love to go read about the FAQs. For an example, here's something interesting. It says, the second one here says, can my organization apply for more than one grant? Yes, so you can apply for multiple grants, which is great, okay? So I suggest that you go ahead and read the FAQs. Also, this is very important too. Can my organization receive grant for consecutive years? So it says yes, but you need to read. This helps you plan. So it says here, for the summer reading and youth literacy grant, there is a 2-year rule that applies. So you can receive it 2 years in a row. They will not be eligible for funding for a third year. So you need to plan accordingly. So if you get this funding and you start these programs, you need to have some fundraising activities in place so that you can make sure that the program continues after the funding goes, or fundraising activities and also perhaps another grant to supplement that. Okay guys, so that concludes everything about the Dollar General Literacy Foundation. If you're thinking about applying for it, go ahead and let us know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.